I never thought I would make a video about something like this once more, but the feelings have built up for too long. My name is Israel Rodriguez, and this is my story. I lived in a group home from the age of 9. I was, and still am, a strong introvert, so the constant noise and lack of privacy made me withdraw even more. I graduated from school in 2013, and it was during my 20s that I became a furry. But I have almost no memory of that time because the hate was so brutal. I was mainly on the YouTube side of the fandom. I was not much of an artist. The only fursona I can clearly remember is Crypty Wolf. He looked like Dog's werewolf form from the old cat-dog cartoon. I gave him a quiet, serious personality. Late at night in my room at the group home, I would watch furry animations and YouTube videos. Those moments made me feel less alone. Crypty Wolf gave me a sense of belonging I had never had before. It was innocent and simple. Let me be very clear. I am heterosexual and have always been heterosexual. I hate bestiality and it disgusts me. My time in the fandom had nothing to do with any of that. It was just about watching videos and finding a small sense of connection. The hate destroyed almost everything. Someone found my videos and the attacks were vicious. They called me fur fag and dog fucker. People tore into the comments, mixing innocent characters with the worst accusations. The harassment was so relentless and traumatic that it erased most of my memories of being a furry. I barely remember the videos I watched or the little community I followed. The trauma wiped it clean. Only fragments, shame, and pain remain. I remember the night it finally broke me. I sat at my computer, raging inside, sinking into deep depression. I convinced myself I was stupid and that the world is cold and hateful. Every time I made a milestone, I made a video mocking my milestone. I gave up all hope. From then on, I became deeply cynical about people, trends, and myself. The rage and depression stayed with me for years. Now, years later, furries are suddenly popular. Conventions are breaking records. Social media is full of pride and positivity, and young people share their fursonas openly. This is exactly what I once wished for during my 20s, real acceptance. But because the hate erased most of my memories, I can hardly remember what I was hoping for. I only know I wanted a world where someone like me, who grew up in a group home and never felt like he belonged, could quietly enjoy something like Crypty Wolf on YouTube without shame. Instead of relief, the current positivity fills me with deep anxiety. My stomach turns, and I suffer bitterness. The thing I once wanted so badly now feels threatening and wrong. I never got to experience any of the good parts. I have never been to a furry convention, not once. I never had the money, and as a strong introvert, the idea of huge crowds was never interesting to me. After the hate erased most of my memories, I locked that door forever. Now when I see massive conventions, the regret hits hard and brings fresh waves of happiness laced with bitterness and depression. The anxiety quickly takes over. The positivity feels fake and unnerving. Every Love Your Fursona post makes my hands shake with sadness. Where was this support when I was being called fur fag and dog fucker? Where were these voices when the hate was so bad I wiped out my memories? It feels like society waited until I forgot everything before flipping the script. This proves my cynical view. People mock things until they become trendy, then pretend they always loved them. I watch young furries thriving on YouTube and feel envy, sadness, rage, and depression all at once. I wanted that acceptance so badly, yet I can barely remember my own time in it. Now I'm stuck on the outside with almost nothing left. The fandom was never perfect, and those stereotypes hurt because they were never true for me. Yet today, everyone acts like none of the problems ever existed. That makes me feel empty. What happens when the trend ends and the hate comes back? It's not the first time. I don't think I could survive it again. This experience has made me deeply cynical. I don't trust positivity anymore. When companies use anthro characters or former haters post support, I feel suspicious and depressed. I don't know how this ends, and I feel nothing but emptiness. Thank you for listening.